So it's surprising that I Googled today whether the band The Clash, which some of you may not even know, it's like these things that are disappearing, which it's okay, it's just a reality of life. But The Clash do not have a Twitter page, which I was like, wow, okay, cool. But The Clash, probably their best, most well-known album is called London Calling. And the photographer was on stage taking photos of the band to get a live photo of the band. And I don't know if they knew they were going to shoot a cover for it or not, but at the last second, the bass player takes his bass off and goes to smash it. And the photographer kind of jumps back a little bit and pulls the camera up and gets the photo of him smashing his bass, and it becomes the album cover. And it's out of focus. It's a black and white photo out of focus. And it becomes the album cover to their best and most well-known album ever. If anyone is going to remember The Clash in the future, that's the album. So I made a new music single, and I have this photo that's kind of blurry and black and white and a little bit pixelated. And I'm like, this is great. This is just like the Clash album. And I put lettering on it, which was all very clear. It was not out of focus, but only the photo was. And I uploaded it to a company called CD Baby, who facilitates the whatever music any artist makes, and it puts it out to Spotify and all the places that stream music. And today I got a message saying, your photo is blurry, we can't use it. Right? You have to. So I try to send them a message, and I'm talking to a robot, I realize. I'm talking to AI. And they're like, it needs to be done like this. It can't be pixelated. So the robot is now deciding what I can consider to be art. Now that's depressing, but I thought about it for a long time today, and I'm like, how am I going to get around this? And I did some workarounds, and the bottom line is no one will ever be able to have an album cover like The Clash or any millions of other punk rock bands that had pixelated stuff or blurry stuff that was an artistic expression of the music. But I remembered the story I told a year ago. There's a band called Polyphia with this incredible guitar player, and he was doing an interview with someone named Rick Beato, who's like the biggest music person on YouTube. And he's like in his early 60s, which is interesting and cool. But the guitar player of this band, Polyphia, said that he had these programs, music programs in his software that he would purposely push really hard and put everything on 10 and over amp and over input to forcibly make the AI make a mistake. And when the AI made a mistake, that was the basis of his artwork. He would create the song out of making the robot make a mistake. So is it depressing that the robots will no longer let me use a blurry photograph for my music? Maybe. But there's a new area to force mistakes and to force things outside of the cultural norm and still create art within the system. Because the one really cool thing about robots is they don't have to check in with anybody. They have their protocol, and when we know what that is, we can push them any way we want. Because my chat with the robot, no one's checking this. Like I said, this is not working for me. The robot sends me his frowny face. There's no one like in an office like checking, oh, I wonder what's happening here. No one's ever going to see it. It's disappearing into the world. It's complete autonomy, and I have complete freedom, just me and the robot. So art will be something new in the future, but the past of having a blurry album cover that's a cool punk rock photo no longer exists. Thank you for